Excellent. Steve?
Nothing.
Rex?
Pass.
Ken?
Nothing, thank you.
And interim city administrator?
I'll just give you an update. Last Thursday, we conducted 3 interviews, Dave, for the battalion chief position. And out of those 3 interviews, the job was offered to and accepted by Steve Schwartz. Current street department employee, current firefighter. Since '01, he's been on the fire crew. He's '03, he's been with the street department, so quite some time with us. His position, he'll start his new position January 7th. So he stays with the city, changes departments. I believe he was, after the interviews, a clear choice, well versed in the fire department, familiar with this fire department. So if Dave wants to expand a little bit, you can expand on that.
Yeah, I will. We had 10 applicants. We interviewed 3. 2 were in-house. 1 was from out of town. We actually had about 9 or 10 in-house guys that could have applied. You know as well as I've told you and you've seen, they get a lot of training here. Steve's been with the department 17 years. 15 years. Or 17 years with the department, 15 with the city, with the street department, but 17 on the fire department. He currently is a lieutenant on the fire department, so he's in a leadership role already in the last couple of years, and he's done really well. He's taken a lot of classes, national certifications. He needs a couple more things yet that will get him up to speed on when we get him hired, things as far as inspections and some of the stuff we do outside of that. But he's very versed in the confined space program. This was something we were looking for. And also, Steve is one of those guys, he lives here in town. He's not planning on going anywhere. And we don't have to start from square one with him. He already knows all the streets and the addressing and can run all of our equipment and knows our standard operating guidelines. So he was a very good choice for us. So I think he'll do very well. And as Jason said, we had some good candidates to interview, and I wish more in-house guys would have applied, because like I said, we had 9 or 10 that very well could have but did not. But it was nice to find somebody right here at home that meet the criteria that we were looking for, so that's a plus for our city. Now Scott Knipe will have the challenge of hiring somebody back on the street department side, because I know Steve was a very good asset there as well for Scott. And we've talked to Scott, and we both cried happy and sad tears together. So I'm happy I'm getting him. Scott's sad that he's losing him. But we work as a team, as the mayor said, pushing snow and everything else, so we'll get through that. So
that being said, Dave, perhaps this snow season, you guys could work through that a little bit. Because Scott
we are
can't just
helping
hire
with that,
you good,
yeah.
because he can't just throw anybody in a snow plow.
That's true.
We know that he's got limited experience in his team.
That's true.
So if you work with him, that would be great.
Yeah, we're looking into that, and I know that, you know, when Steve's gone on vacation, that some of the water department guys have hopped over into a plow that are experienced in that regard, and Scott's had to get into a plow truck every once in a while himself too. So there are contingency plans, but we are operating together, and that's kind of how the city has to work, just because of the staffing issues and the things that we all deal with. And that was one of the things that was brought up in the interviews, that, you know, Steve got to leave for fire calls, and we help push snow, and it's a big team effort in the city, but that makes us as good as we are.
Thank you, Dave.
I got just a couple more things. Jason said I could have the floor a minute. Just so you know, over the last several years, we've been trying to capture some monies for tornado sirens. If you recall, years ago, some of you have been on the council quite a while, when the Pippet edition was developed clear out on the south end, out on K-49 and up in there, we moved a tornado siren from Schaefer Park out on the hill by Pippett's. We still met the criteria. They draw circles on a map of the city and where our sirens are located, but the core part of town, was really short then on siren coverage for outdoor warning. Now, you're not supposed to hear them in your house, if everybody recalls that. So we've been trying to capture federal monies, and sometimes they're available from previous years that they didn't use all the federal monies and things. I'm happy to announce today that we landed basically a federal grant to put 2 more sirens in Lamar's. Our share of that's only $5,900, so that total cost to add 2 sirens, which is around $40,000 plus. So there'll be 2 more additional tornado sirens, one going in the Foster Park area and one going up north on Central in the Teardrop area to cover the center core of town now that we've moved our sirens. As you may recall, we have one out at the golf course, we have one clear out of Pippett's, we have one out on the bypass by Wells Corporate, we have one at the Presbyterian Church up on the hill on 7th Avenue, clear up on top of the hill, and then we have one out by West Floyd Park out by Dreckman's Excavating. So this will overlap our circles a lot better. So once we showed the map and showed the growth of the community and stuff, the state and the federal people that reviewed that were saying, yeah, we fit the qualifications and the criteria to get the 2 sirens. So $5,900 of a $40,000 project is pretty good when it comes to public safety and outdoor warning, and we have so many parks and so many things going on with our trail system and things outside. So I think that's a great thing too. So that will be coming down the pike here in the future, just for you guys to know that we're gonna have to find $5,900. But 2 years ago, when we applied for that, Scott Langle signed the paperwork. We went over everything, and it looked like a pretty good deal if we could land the money. So Scott, wherever you are, we got the money. So that's a good thing, and I know he'd be happy that we did that for taking care of the community too. So, and then the last thing is I just want to congratulate the police department on all their progressions. Chief Anavec and I know Sergeant Flax here, but they've done a lot of good things, and this new PD is going to be very nice for them, and adding another officer now and things like that. And they're really progressive, and they're changing some things and working well with other departments. So I just want to congratulate them publicly. We work with them day in and day out, and sometimes 9:30 at night and things like that with emails and phone calls from the chief and stuff. So we get things hashed out right away and take care of the town. So I just want citizens to know that it truly is a group effort here in Lamar. So congratulations to them.
Thank you very kindly, Dave.
you.
Appreciate it. Is there anything else?
No, I mean, so Kevin, tell every officer to not scuff the walls, please.
Too late.
Let's not talk about the pain.
And the only other thing is, very shortly we'll be sending out budget sheets to departments, and we'll start going through that budget process. We'll also get a schedule out to council members, so we can start setting up those committee meetings and go through those budgets.
Anything else?
So,
Motion to adjourn.
Second. With the made and second to adjourn, all those in favor say aye.